Let's talk about solar cell. Okay, so solar cell is a solar converter also. What it consists of? So it's a PN junction device. Okay, and obviously it will convert solar energy into electrical energy. Now, how that happens? So whenever the solar energy is incident, directly it's ensured that the solar energy falls on the valence band. It will remove an electron and then can have a look at it. Okay? It will remove an electron and the electron goes in the conduction band, and that's how now solar energy is converted into electrical energy. Let's talk about the construction quickly. Basically, you can have a look at the construction. So basically, it consists of a PN junction. So you can have a look at it. P is coated with anti-reflection coating. Basically, this is how solar radiation would be incident on it. These are the metallic contacts. How you represent it in form of a symbol. So this is the symbol of a solar cell in a circuit. So P is connected to positive and N is connected to negative so that it is forward biased. So solar cell basically you can say will be made up of silicon or gallium arsenide PN junction diode. Here you can see, I'm just putting it over here. The upper layer is P-type as shown in the diagram, and the lower obviously will be N-type. Important thing to be noted over here is the thickness of P-type layer is less as compared to N-type. Why? Because we want the solar radiations to fall or to reach the junction. Now, when they can reach the junction, if the thickness of P-type of the material of the diode is comparatively less thick. So, next point to be noted is in the top face, you can see there are metal finger electrodes. Sunlight reaches the PN junction through P layer. Anti-reflecting coating of SiO2 is applied as being discussed earlier. And the active junction area, so this is the junction area which we are talking about, PN junction. Okay? It's kept large to get more power in this. Let's talk about the working of a solar cell. Here, whenever solar energy is incident, that means photons are incident, and the energy of a photon is h nu. Obviously, it has to be greater than the energy gap of the used semiconductor in that case. So it will produce additional electron hole pairs with the electrons, and they are lifted to the conduction band. Okay, so here you can have a look at it. So the next point to be discussed over here is now these electron hole pairs which are generated by the potential barrier across that depletion layer region at PN junction. Now, why this electron hole pairs are generated? Because electrons on N side move towards P side and holes from the P side will move towards N side basically. Let's have a look at the diagram once again. So you can see the holes getting, attracted towards N and the electrons getting attracted towards the holes, creating electron hole pairs basically. And these electrons then they are collected at the two sides of the junction. So these pairs are connected basically, and this gives rise to the current or photovoltage in that. So in this particular case, you can see the top metal contact, that is the P side, will act as a positive electrode, whereas the N type will act as a negative electrode. Now you connect it across the load resistance, and you will get the output. Photoelectric current starts flowing through it, and you will get the output. Now, where the solar cells are used, we all know calculators, batteries of calculators, watches, household purposes also you have started using solar energy now. You can have a look at it. You use it in artificial satellites used to power traffic signals. They are used to charge batteries which can be used during power failure of a remote area. You use it in solar cookers, calculators, wristwatches. Now, what are the advantages of solar cells? Basically, they will require less maintenance, environmental friendly, and no fuel required for their operation. These are the advantages of solar cells. Let's talk about the voltage current characteristics of solar cell quickly. Again, we can plot it. Basically, always VI characteristics here, they will be plotted in the fourth quadrant, unlike the first quadrant for LED. Okay. Why? The reason is solar cell is not going to draw current, but it is going to supply it to the load. Therefore, you will be plotting it in the fourth quadrant. And this is how you plot it in the fourth quadrant, you can see. Yeah. So let's have a look at it, how the current, solar current is being plotted in the fourth quadrant. The output characteristics, basically, they are plotted by, you can vary the load, okay, load resistance from 0 to infinity, and correspondingly you can measure the current and voltage and plot it. Whenever I am saying a short circuited condition, what it means, the load resistor is 0, therefore V will also be 0. The moment you make the load resistor 0, the potential is not mentioned then there. Okay, it becomes 0. The current in that case will be referred as short circuit current. So IS. OC stands for open circuit and SC stands for short circuit. Now what happens in open circuit conditions? RL, instead of being 0, it will be infinity. So when RL is maximum, the infinity is high, then the net current in this case will be 0. And the voltage produced across it will be VOC. Okay, so OC stands for open circuit.